What's good, guys? We back again with the Real Cause Foil podcast. We finna get into this Lil Durk and Gunna situation once again. So make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. So today, academics and Lil Durk finally did the interview now. I don't know how YB is gonna feel about this. Him and YB is pretty close. But at this point, I don't really think academics gives a fuck about YB anymore or anything that he thinks, in the industry because, obviously, academics probably was holding back his career, holding back his personal opinions, and being able to get us the content that we need, all because of the Lil Durk and YB beef. It's hard to work with both of them because they think, oh, you fucking with them, you fucking with the other side, or you're out now. But it's good to see that we finally get the Lil Durk interview with academics. So in the interview, he finally admitted that, Gunna is a rat. I repeat, Gunna is a rat. A lot of people been talking about the YSL case as well. But I got the video for you guys, so make sure you hit that button. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
Do you believe that Gunna told?
That man, I don't sit up and play games, man. That man told. You should have went in there and kept your mouth closed.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was. I thought you were trying to reverse it. I'm like,
hell no.
I'm like,
I just said I never. No, I just said
I'm
I
like,
never.
Gunna must have scared you. I'm like, yo, how did?
Huh?
I'm like, I don't even gonna like.
Hell no. I just never. I never like. Unfollow. I don't know. I never like. Why I didn't? I don't know. I just don't take that shit, Instagram and all that shit type of shit serious. But if you a rat, you a rat. And if you rewind this clip a little bit, I looked into the camera and I told you, if you a rat, I fucking hate you. Cause I love Thug.
Do you believe that Gunna told?
Let me play the next clip for you.
I hate all rats. If you ever told, you ever tell, I hate you, like with a passion, like cause that took away half of my. That made me who I am today. That took away half of my life. Like motherfucker telling on my pops and all, and that's who, what I'm saying, I needed. So I was raised by a woman. You know what I'm saying, which is my mama, who taught me everything I know. So I really hate rats with real passions. Like I hate you bad. I'm looking to the camera. I hate fucking rat. I hate all rats.
So, a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, he hate rats." Well, why he doing an interview with academics? Academics is not a street guy, so if he does snitch, he cannot be considered a rat. He's a snitch. You get what I'm saying? It's a big fucking difference. But anyway, Little Dirk claims that Gunna's is such a rat and Gunna did this, but what about the case with him and King Von shooting? The shooting case that him and King Von got right before King Von died. Let's go look up the video. And they got Dirk on camera shooting. They had Dirk on camera shooting. After he beat that case, him and Von got into another case. Let's look that up here. Because we had it. Videos of the third. Nah, we got that. But everybody know about it, guys. Like I said, bro. Vaughn.
Listen, there's a good chance.
Already had shit planned, planned out. But eventually, King Von did die, Quando Rondo YB situation, all that did happen. But let's look up the case here. King Von case.
At around 5:45 a.m. on February 5th, 2019, Lil Durk, King Von, and Bezu would get into a verbal altercation with a man in the parking lot of the Varsity, a popular restaurant located in Midtown Atlanta. The man, whose name was Alexander Weatherspoon, was a 23-year-old Vice Lord member and was known on the east side of Chicago for cracking cards and scamming. Witnesses say that the altercation would soon turn violent after 13 shots were fired, hitting Alexander Weatherspoon once in his femoral artery. Weatherspoon would then stumble across the road before collapsing in front of the One Cigar Lounge, traumatizing late-night customers. Witnesses would then scramble to call 911, while a SUV with 300 plastered on the side would be seen leaving the scene simultaneously. Emergency services and law enforcement would quickly arrive at the chaotic scene and immediately transport Alexander Weatherspoon to the Atlanta Medical Center for emergency surgery, while detectives would begin to investigate the crime scene and speak to any possible witnesses.
By the way, if you just tuned it in, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go to the comment section, drop some comments. Let's finish getting to the video.
The on-scene investigation would reveal that 13 shell casings were found at the scene, coming from both a pistol and a rifle. A 9mm handgun was also found nearby. This case would then go cold for about 3 months. But on May 4th, 2019, King Von would be tackled and arrested by the Chicago police on charges related to the varsity shooting back in February 2019. 9 days later, Bezu would also be arrested by the Chicago police with the charge being fugitive from justice, out-of-state warrant. Then on May 29th, 2019, the Atlanta police would issue an arrest warrant for the final suspect in the case, Lil Durk. The warrant would be charging Lil Durk with 5 felonies, a major one being an attempt to murder charge. A charge of that sentence usually carries 10 to 20 years in prison. The same day the arrest warrant was announced, Lil Durk would release a song titled "Turn Myself In," which included several dark lyrics referencing the situation. These lyrics include, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, heard the story, think I'm finished. Free Von, free Zoo, even though they got the same problem. I turned myself in tonight. Head down with these cuffs on. Just read my rights." The following day, Lil Durk would meet at his lawyer's office to do an interview with WSB-TV, stating that he had nothing to hide and nothing to run from.
Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
No.
Lil Durk would then proceed to surrender himself to authorities at the Fulton County Jail later that night. King Von, Lil Durk, and Bezu would all remain in custody until further notice. Lil Durk and King Von would finally appear in front of a Fulton County judge where they would go over the charges and briefly discuss the evidence they had for arresting Lil Durk and King Von. An Atlanta Police Department detective by the name of Jeffrey Churchill would take the stand and claim that one of the witnesses he spoke with was a female who was talking with Lil Durk and King Von when the incident took place. She claimed that a fight broke out in the car in front of them and then saw Lil Durk pull out a firearm while shots could be heard. Detective Churchill then told the court that Alexander Weatherspoon also had a firearm with him at the time of the incident, and it is completely possible that Weatherspoon could have fired the first shot. Another interesting piece of evidence brought up in court was the fact that there was allegedly surveillance footage that would show an arm of an individual rumored to be Lil Durk's hanging.
So, what I'm trying to get to is, like he just said, they got it on camera of Little Durk shooting the pipe. You get what I'm saying? So, let's find it here. So, King Von Bezu goes to jail. As in the documentary, with the 3 minutes that we just watched. Little Durk gets off all of a sudden, in a couple of years. Von passes away, Bezu still getting in trouble, How does, someone caught on camera shooting a gun just get out of jail just like that? Snap of a finger, get out of jail, I got the bail money, and then later on we still beat the case even though y'all got me on camera. And one of the guys are dead, you get what I'm saying? So you cannot sit over here and tell me that, Lil Durk didn't, actually tell on Vaughn in that case. FBG Butter ain't hiding that. FBG Butter ain't, he ain't holding nothing back. In his interviews, he stated they snitched a couple of times. So, let's go to that interview here. FBG Butter says, let's find that video right here. I got you.
From beat making to songwriting, FL Studio delivers fast results. Each version of image.
Hey, look, you ain't Davon Bennett. My name Raheem Brooklyn. His name Davon Bennett. My name Raheem Brooklyn. Listen, his name Davon Bennett. My name Raheem Brooklyn. Look it up. Him and his brother told on me for slacking they homie. On Lil Brown. I just gave back 192 years to them. I don't speak on that. Told on me, gang. I'm home right now because I blamed it on my sister Kylie. Them told on. Them told. On Lil Brian, Lil Durk, them told. Lil Durk home right now because them niggas told. On Duck. I'm free right now. I can get back 192 years, gang. On Lil Brian, 192
Well,
years.
why they post you
Ain't
on
no
all
flex.
the social media pages and say you was on?
Because I
well,
took my
hold
sister
on,
dead.
hold on.
Look, my sister
Why
Takara
they
Barnes
haven't
dead.
post
You hear me?
academics
They
would have
gave me
been pressing shit to
192
post
years,
that.
but and I blamed it on my dead sister.
Anything that's hating on
I
Dirk,
blamed it on my
exactly.
dead sister.
Everybody, it seems like the FBG.
So as you can hear, you know, he said all them guys that you think be hardcore rappers, Lil Durk, Bezu, Kiva, they really be rats. You get what I'm saying? If you snitch on the dead, you know what I'm saying. I don't really know how the streets go nowadays, but if somebody has passed away and you face a life, and that person has passed away and they in the case, I think your best bet better be able to blame that on them. You should be able to blame it on them. Yeah. No hard feelings, buddy. We both can go scot free. You know, you can rest in peace. So you know, I'm gonna be resting right at home. You know what I'm saying? So you know, let me know what y'all guys think in the comments, man. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. It's the Real Couture Podcast. I'm out.